another edition of Money Matters. Today I'd like to touch quickly on money management. So how do we manage our money? What are some tips for ensuring that your money goes as long as practically possible? Is there anything more annoying out there than maybe going to the ATM at 2 in the morning and discovering that you've only got a balance of $2.47 in your bank account? Maybe it's, even if it's especially the day after payday, could be some trouble. How about when strange people keep calling you from India regarding paying your electricity bill? You'd love to, but you just don't have the money or your credit card's maxed out to help you do it. Or maybe it's when you even give your mum a call and she answers the phone, "How much this time, love?" Ultimately, tips for money management are very, very important. And if matters of personal finance are as big as a mystery to you as maybe the Bermuda Triangle, and your cash seems to disappear without any explanation, well, you need to pay some very close attention, and some ways of sorting this out could be as follows. Firstly, write down everything that you spend money on for an entire week. Don't stop spending money, just write everything down. Also in that, factor into your calculations all those direct debits that maybe are coming out of your bank account or from that credit card. Now, once you've got it all listed, you begin the process of working out what you can cut back on. Maybe those takeaway coffees or lunches. Maybe that gym membership that you went 6 months ago and haven't been back since. Maybe it's time to take a coffee plunger to work. Basically, you need to work out what can give and how you can make your money last long as possible. Is there a chance to consolidate your debt into one low interest rate rather than having credit card debt that maybe you're paying 15 or 20% upon? Better still, if you can't handle your credit card and you're not very disciplined at it, get the scissors out and cut it up. It's the best strategy you could ever implement. Force yourself into a budget of some sorts. Prepare for the big bills in advance. Ignoring them won't necessarily make them go away. Also, pay a bill early if it means that you're going to get a discount. Perhaps cut back on that luxury shopping or those internet sites where you just order things and they end up coming in the post. I know it can be a last resort, but ultimately all these little things add up. Creating financial goals also is very, very important. There's a saying that I quite readily say to my clients: most people don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan, which suggests that thinking about your financial goals is an important step towards your success. By working out exactly where your money goes, you can then adjust things and manage things in a way to help you achieve your goals. The key here is to keep track of how much money you are receiving and how much you are spending. It will basically keep your financial life in good shape. So firstly, getting ready, working out exactly where your money is going. It does take a bit of time and effort to do this, and it will probably put a frown on your face as well when you actually start writing it down and it reveals where your money is going. But don't let that put you off, because whatever the outcome, having a budget is a great way to improve your financial situation. Managing debt is a big part of money management. Borrowing to pay for something is normally much more expensive than buying it up front or first. However, most of us need some type of loan at some point, or we'd spend the whole of our lives saving for our first home. The most important thing though is to manage your debt well. Know exactly what you're paying. Find out what the interest rate is. What are the charges, both the ones shown and those hidden? Include loans, overdrafts, credit cards, home loans. Write them down, with the most expensive one being first. Then get some help with a way of reducing the interest that you may be paying on some of these loans. Talk to us how we can help you. We can maybe merge loans to a cheaper interest rate, which means a cheaper monthly repayment. And what that ultimately means is that you'll be paying more principal rather than interest, which you'll never get rid of. Setting goals also is a big part of your financial freedom. Personal and financial goals help you get the financial freedom you're after. Here are some suggestions that might help you get started. What are your goals? The need to identify them. Again, write them down. Financial goals need to be written down. Then categorise them into short, medium and long term. Then start making some plans on how these goals can become reality. If you don't have surplus income to cover the cost of them today, you need to find out how you're going to increase your income or cut your expenses to help you get there. Keep an eye on your progress. Review your monthly, 6-monthly, yearly progress on these targets. Reward yourself if you're going ahead of target and making some financial windfalls. You can adjust strategies at any time, but firstly, you need to review everything. And like I said, celebrate your success. You'll feel good when you reach a goal, and that's a reward in itself. But you could go a step further and celebrate with a special meal or maybe that night out. But don't blow your budget, remember that. Also, a tip for money management, repay expensive debts as soon as possible. So plan and budget to pay off your most expensive debt as quickly as you can, and when you can afford, do it. Once that's done, tackle the next one. So generally speaking, those of you that have credit card debts out there, generally they're going to be the most expensive because they're charging interest of 15 to 20%. Don't concentrate on paying your home loan, which is only getting charged at 5 or 6%. Go a long way towards getting rid of that expensive debt first. List your debts in order and then one by one begin the process of organising them and paying them down. The key here for money management is to be very well organised financially. First, find out where your money's going and then take the appropriate action that you need to do to set yourself up for financial freedom. Again, feel free to join us or log on to our website at zjl.com.au and basically download any fact sheets around money management or any other areas of money and finance that may help you create financial freedom for later on in life. Thanks for joining us on another edition of Money Matters.